Hi guys, thanks for checking the video out. Steve Buzza here. I'm out on the course and we've just filmed a very good / bizarre 6-hole playing challenge. But I thought I would do a quick video on like the rules that have changed, and we're only going to pick a couple like from the tee, a couple approaches and a couple on the green, kind of give our opinions on what we think of them. So first one, Megan, is I'm ready to go. You've just made a birdie, it's your honour. They're kind of making ready golf, I like that.
Yeah.
You like that?
I love it.
I don't see how that can cause a problem at all. You know, it speeds up. When I had the university team, the girls used to do that anyway.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, female golfers get loads of abuse for being slow. You know, I've never been at a golf club and thought that the women are the slowest. And with my university girls, they played twice as quick as the boys. So I like that rule. The other one is if you hit it out, you don't hit it provisional anymore. You can drop it like further down the hole. Do you like that?
Yeah, definitely.
So that one.
There you go. Let's drop that at
the front I do like that one. But I don't think that's for competition. I think it's just for when you're playing.
Yeah, it's not.
The only thing I don't like about it is if you have certain groups doing that and then other groups not wanting to do it. And you've got to remember the definition of competition. Some friends go out in a 4-ball like midweek and that is their competition and they want to do nothing but beat their mates just for like bragging rights. And I think that's where that rule could sometimes maybe cause some issues. But I certainly like the ready golf idea. So Megan's hit a beautiful drive. I didn't, unfortunately. So like we've covered that one, we would be able to drop it up here. But here's the other one, is let's say you were in the rough. Okay. And the ball was plugged. You'll now, yeah, you could simulate it. You don't necessarily have, so the ball's plugged. So now you can, it's an automatic free place. It's an automatic free drop. Okay. That was sometimes a local rule. When we used to play, it's certainly in the UK, the PGA had a local rule. So we have always had that. I think that's a no-brainer. It's unfair if the ball plugs.
So should I do the new drop?
So now you do the new drop.
That feels so weird. So
I think the new drop is stupid, as in it looks stupid, but I actually understand why they've done it. Yeah. So you used to, if you had a 2 club lengths, let's say you hit it in a hazard and you've got 2 club lengths, if you dropped it on a slope, as long as it didn't go nearer the hole, if it rolled out, you had up to another 2 club lengths. That's what they've tried to get rid of. So yeah. I get that.
It's just interesting that you can't even do this anymore now.
Yes, but...
Like, so wait, this is not allowed?
So that's
what
not...
This?
It has to be from the knee.
Okay.
It has to be from the knee. And again, it seems like a silly rule, like as in why can't you just have the option? But what I have been finding is when you drop it from lower, and like comment down below if you found this, when you drop it from lower, you tend to get a worse lie because the ball doesn't have any momentum to like bounce. Yeah. So it like sits in that depression a lot of the time. It like hits, bounce up slightly and then goes back in that depression. So I'm actually finding you're getting worse lies. Yeah. So if you didn't change the rule, people would then start going from where they used to, then it invalidates everything. So looks silly. The RNA, I believe, wanted to just place, you know, and this is kind of the medium. I'm not sure if I like placing. Yeah. Go on, hit one. Let's see it, Megan.
Placing would sure look cooler than dropping from the knee.
At least you could have placed it, yeah, and look cool.
Looking cool.
God, that's a nice shot. Ooh, just short, but nice shot. We made it to the green, and this is where a lot of, or in and around the green, I think a lot of things have changed. That double hit rule, so there's no longer a penalty. I think a lot of amateurs double hit when they're chipping because of like where their club exits. So, do you think that's fair?
Yeah, they definitely do. I would say that happens a lot, and you know, already unfortunate. It's not
Yeah.
like an intentional.
Yeah.
Definitely not. I mean, so many of the rules are based on intent,
Yes.
and that is definitely not intentional.
Totally agree. So yeah, I agree with that one. On the green itself, so now you can stand on your line. I think so many people do it by mistake anyway. You know, a lot of people like aim point, like you teach aim point, a lot of aim pointers get accused of doing it. I think it's just random. People sometimes step on it, they sometimes don't.
Yeah, I know. I'm happy that that the rule is now changed.
Yeah.
Where
So
you
I
can
like
step,
that.
because you know, you wouldn't intentionally step on your line to benefit yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
So-
I used to when I was a kid, when I had really long ones, like I would like stand on it like halfway, like not realizing it was an infringement. I did it, and then I'm like, oh. I
Yeah,
found out
most
the
people
rule.
don't realize
Yeah.
that that was a rule.
So I'm like just trying to find out. It's more like I don't care if I stand on it because I'm so far away.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you actually did, technically, it's
It's a rule.
it's a penalty, but you're never going to enforce it, or it's
Yeah.
hard to enforce. The pitch marks, then they were always okay, but the spike marks.
Spike marks. Yeah, I think that's a great change.
It's good as long as you don't get somebody gardening, you know, for 10 minutes. You know, especially if you got a day like where the greens have maybe been like hollow tine, they're in a maintenance week, and then somebody
Yeah.
decides. I know that's not what the rule is intended for, but people say, oh, that's spikes. So as long as it doesn't cause slow play. And then we've got the keeping the pin in. So the keeping the pin in, what do you think?
Well, I think it's a little weird when you get up close to it. I like it on these long ones. I think that the case where you're playing with multiple people, you know, obviously you're playing with your foursome and people have different opinions. That's where it's going to get interesting.
And I totally agree. And I think it's one of those, like when you're in a boardroom making these decisions, you go, oh, this will speed up play. But then the problem is some golfers will stay with the old system and they'll go, well, I like it out. And then you could get a scenario where, you know, you have to pull the pin in and out 8 times on a hole. You know, that could happen if you were in a 4-ball and 2 people wanted it in, 2 people wanted it out.
Yeah, I mean, by choice, inside of 10 feet, I wouldn't do it just because I like the sound of it going in.
Yeah, and like from distance, like I'll leave it in because you don't hit the hole very often. It's probably going to be a benefit.
Definitely.
But I think it could be an issue where you've got someone a long way away and then they, like you asked for it to be tended.
Yeah.
And then your partner goes, no, you're taking too long. And you get all arguments coming from that. But it definitely in principle should speed up play. I think that's what a lot of these rules have been trying to do. Will they actually do it? You know, and sometimes that's not down to the people making the rules, it's down to the golfers, how we apply ourselves.
Yeah.
Like being ready, maybe holding some of these.
Ready golf.
Maybe holding some of these.
Oh, come on.
Maybe.
What a putt.
There we go. So get some comments down below. You know, I've
I
mentioned.
know why you missed that, right?
Pin was in.
Flag was in.
So the pin was in. I don't think that's a good way. Get the pins out. But no, seriously, if you have any comments on the rules I've spoken about, or there were other ones that I haven't spoken about here, do you think some of those are either detrimental or really good? So get your comments down below. Thank you, Megan, for helping out and playing with me today. I've had a great time. Just enjoy your golf. I think that's got to be the main thing. Hope to catch you soon.